You ready? Now we know. You want to move forward? Okay, go that way. Okay, photographer says we're good. All right, you ready? Now we all know that love by definition is this intense feeling of deep affection. And love not only is a feeling, but an enacted emotion. So in this ceremony, we get to celebrate that love has come to life for Ajia and Rayshella. And I want this love to continue to grow sure and strong. And we get to rejoice in this presence among us. And I get to witness along with you the promise that you have and this gift that you're giving to each other. Now, Ajia and Rayshella, this covenant which you two are about to enter with each other is meant to be a beautiful and sacred expression of your love that you have for one another. And as you pledge your vows to one another, and as you commit your lives to one another, I'm going to ask that you do so in all seriousness and yet with a deep sense of joy, with a deep conviction that you are committing yourselves to a dynamic and growing relationship of trust, mutual support, and caring love. And I am honored that you have invited us here to witness this happiness that you have found in each other and the pledges that you commit to each other in love. We're rejoicing today that you get to find deeper meanings and joys in your lives as you share them in your marriage. Today, you are taking on deeper meanings and joys and give each other that potential for a great love that's already real between you. This really isn't a casual thing that you've entered into. You're going to enter in that innermost life of another person. Together, you get to discover the depths of life. And no matter what happens, whether you're happy or sad or hopeful or discouraged, close together or far apart, may you always be there for one another. And as we're standing here to contribute to your public declaration of love, and we join you together, and I get to give my blessing to the joining of two people who found each other. That's what makes today's celebration distinctly different, because it's also a part of life's mystery. It's really not easy to proclaim your affection, your attachment, or your bond openly. For many really just aren't willing to see beyond their own fears and celebrate this love that I get to see here today. And yet you get to do it with candor, and you get to do it with frankness. And today proves that you have the right to publicly declare and express your love. And we get to be with you because we get to honor you and recognize this bond. And standing beside you to assist you in any way we can is the greatest of all joys. And now these vows that you're about to speak to one another as you enter into marriage are sacred. So may the love that you have now joined hands and hearts together may never fail but grow deeper and stronger. Remember that that hand that you are holding, that's an extension of yourself, just as your mutual love. So cherish that touch, for you touch not only your own but another life. Seek always to understand and respect that touch. So now, Ajia, do you take Rayshella to love and to cherish, to honor and to comfort, in sickness and in health, in joy and in sorrow, hardship and ease, and to have and to hold from this day forward?
I do.
And at this time, you have some words that you would like to read to her.
Rayshella, you have been an amazing blessing. Rayshella, you have been an amazing blessing. God has brought you and me in our lives. These past 5 years have been a true deep friendship. You have been more of what I wanted and needed in a life partner. I have completely opened my heart, my body and soul to you, and I will cherish you and be the amazing wife to you. I promise to you the best life, kind partner, wife, best friend, lover, and confidant. I love you and thank you for blessing me, for being my blessing.
So I will hold that for you. Now, Rayshella, do you take Ajia to love and to cherish, to honor, to comfort in sickness and in health, in sorrow and in joy, in hardship and ease, to have and to hold from this day forward?
I do.
So then at this time, it's your turn to read your words of love.
Ajia Danielle Lair, I love that you and I will spend the rest of our lives together. Your heartbeat guides my actions, my thoughts, my plans for our life. I vow to always open your doors if you don't rush in. I vow to listen for understanding and not to reply. I will be your shelter from all storms so that you can always feel safe. I will always be patient, kind, and responsible with your heart. As my commitment has been since day one, I will continue to give that commitment willingly, absolutely, and without hesitation. I promise that years after we exchange these promises, a mere look in your eyes will recall these dedications I make to you. Together, you and I will make one world, one universe, evermore.
So it's written that the greatest of all things, the most wonderful experience in the world is love. And we remember that a marriage is a time when a growing promise of growing love is made public and when two people share mutual promises. So now it's time to exchange rings. And we all know that a circle... I'm going to edit this whole part out. So we're going to start over again, okay? It's pretty easy for me to do that, all right? So now it's time to exchange rings. And we know that a circle is a symbol of love and the sun and the earth and the universe and wholeness, perfection, and peace. It's worn on that third finger because the ancient Greeks, even the Egyptians, believed that a vein of love that went from the finger directly connected to the heart, thus symbolizing the depth and sincerity of your love. So these rings that you're giving and receiving this day, they're symbols of this endless love into which you are entering. So now, Rayshella and Ajia, if you please take your rings. And Ajia, as you please place your ring on her third finger, left hand, and repeat after me. Rayshella, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love. As it encircles your finger, may it always remind you you are always surrounded by my love. And now, Rayshella, if you could please place your ring for Ajia on her finger. Ajia, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love. As it encircles your finger, may it remind you always that you are surrounded by my love. So we're going to gladly accept your new relationship with one another and pledging to dedicate yourselves to the continuing task of helping yourselves build a deep and an abiding love that touches the entire world. Listen to everything and everyone that is present, because at one time you were distant to one another, and those who were separated are now united. And what love has brought together, let no one tear asunder. We get to rejoice with you today because you get prepared to leave it with an abiding confidence and an affection as you set forth on your new journey in life together. Now, since Ajia and Rayshella, you have vowed to be loving and loyal to one another. You have formalized your bond in our presence here today in a ceremony that has made you not only partners in life, but married today. You have spoken a covenant of love and trust to each other, and you symbolize that love by giving and receiving wearing bands of gold. You made yourselves, like I said again, a marriage. And by the authority vested in me on this great and beautiful state of Colorado, it is truly, truly with much honor and great pleasure to pronounce you now married. I've been practicing all morning. So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And now our celebration, this part of our celebration today, it's over. You get to leave here today with hope and joy and trust, so that we may remember always that we got to gather here with affection and love and all sorts of supportive thoughts. Congratulations, you are now married. Yay! Kiss again! I know you've been practicing.